Hey guys, thank you for checking out this video. So today I want to give you guys a very basic crash course on battery design using CAD, CAD computer aided design. And I want to show you how to do this on a free software, free for makers, absolutely no cost. And just to give you a idea of how to build and design your own 18650 or 21700, 2170 batteries. And this is a super useful skill, and this is kind of an intro to CAD, which is also a useful skill. And I just want to kind of break it down to you in the most simple way possible. So my name is Miles. I'm the owner of affordableebikes.ca. So we've done thousands of batteries, you know, thousands of batteries at this point, several hundred complete custom batteries. And just want to give you just a basic this. I'm going to try to break this up into a few different videos that are kind of bite-sized and easy to digest. But let's start off. So the system or the CAD software that we're going to use is called Onshape. So Onshape is not my go-to, but it's free to use for makers. So if you're learning how to do this and just wanting to try it out, you're not doing it professionally, then this is a really good software to learn. And one reason it's really good is because you don't actually need a good computer. It runs off the internet, so it's an internet browser software, which is super handy because often you'd need a crazy computer with a really good graphics card um, to be able to run CAD. But you could do this on, a cheap uh, Chromebook or something. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to go to Onshape, onshape.com, and then in the top right it says Get Started Now. So you're going to sign up, um, and from there, I'm already signed up, but I'm going to pretend that I'm using a different email. Let's do for fun, hobbyist, free plan. Um, let's do and activate my account. And look, we are here, just like that. So this is our kind of user interface. So here's what we're going to do. Go to create document. We're just going to call this battery and create public document. So now we're brought into this whole interface, and we're going to be doing, let's do some very basic 18650 or 2170 battery design stuff. So first thing we're going to do, we'll click this front page, front plane. We're going to go to sketch up here, top left, and we're going to click this front face. And now we're looking at this front face. So we're going to click up here, circle. You can also press C on the keyboard. We're going to draw a circle. We're going to go up to this guy, dimension, which is right here. You can also press D. We're going to dimension this. So it's an 18650. We're going to dimension it at 18.4 because that's generally what an 18650 is. And then um, we're going to do this as though it's a grid pattern. So um, sorry, press L for line. Draw a line to the right. Press L again to exit. Press L again. Click the middle. Go up. Click. Press escape. So now we have these two lines, and this is going to be our spacing of our lines. So now what we're going to do, we're going to make it so that it's super easy to edit our shape. So we'll click each line, and then we're going to go up here to equal, and we're going to press equal. And then we're going to make them construction lines so that they are just for kind of for guides and they're not actually uh, part of the design. Um, and then we're going to press D for dimension, and typical spacing in with cell holders is about 19 point about 20. So we can say 20 millimeters for an 18650. So now we've got a circle and we've got our two lines. So now we're going to do something which really makes CAD useful. We're going to go up here to linear pattern, click that. So once we click linear pattern, we'll click on our circle and you can see some stuff happens here, right? So it's kind of inferring a spacing, and we don't really want to infer a spacing because we have our construction lines that are going to do that for us. And we've got three going sideways. Let's double click that and let's just let's say we're doing a 48-volt battery, 13S, 13 in series. So we'll do 13, click, and let's say we're doing 3P, 13S 3P. So we'll go up here, we'll press 3, and so now we've got 13S 3P. So let's go to this 25, and we're going to delete that. So click it, press delete on your keyboard. You might have to do that a couple times. I've noticed that I've had to do that. Okay, I had to do that 3 times for it to actually um, leave. So let's do that again. Okay, just click right on the actual 25. Okay, so now we're going to drag uh, this right to our dot. Boom. You can see all of it goes black, which means it's fully defined. We're going to do the same with this one, and we're going to drag it to our other circle. Boom, fully defined. So now we have kind of this array of batteries. And what's really cool about this is that if we want to change the shape or the size, we can do that super easily. So say we were doing 2170 battery cells, we would click the spacing. Let's just change that to 23, which is typically what it would be. And then we'll click here and we'll change that to 21.4. And boom, now we've got an array with 2170 cells. So that's cool, but CAD is three-dimensional. So now we're going to turn this into 3 dimensions. We're going to go up to this top left where it says extrude, click extrude, and then you can see these start to kind of pop off the page. And we're going to set it to, let's set to 65 for 18650 cells. And boom, we've got we've got our cells. So we're going to go back and you can see this sketch, right? If we go up here, we click sketch and we I had to double click there, but we can go back and I'm going to change the size back. So they're 18650, so 18.4 and 20 millimeter spacing and press OK. And there we go. So we've got our 18650 cells. And if we look here, it says parts 39. So this is pretty cool. This is going to tell us how many cells that we've got. We've got 39 cells. And another thing that's cool is if you look at the very bottom right of the screen, if we click on this face on this cell, and then this one on the far right, and what we can do is we can see, go to show measure details, click, and then it's going to show us how far away these cells are. So that's kind of neat because if we know, if we want to take a quick measurement to see if we have enough room, then that's gonna show us um, our distance. We can do the same thing with the height. Okay, it's 58 millimeters high. That's cool. And that's a that's a really good way to be able to kind of quickly model cells. So, I am to rotate, I am pushing in the wheel of the mouse and then I'm moving side to side. So sorry I didn't mention that earlier. And then I'm scrolling the wheel forward and backward to zoom out. So that'll be uh, it might take a little bit to get used to. So I'm going to do two more things that just kind of highlight how powerful CAD can be. Let's go back to our sketch, sketch one, double click that. Let's say that we want this to be 10. So 13s10p, we just click 10. Boom, it's 10. Uh, Press the check mark, and look at that. We've got a big grid. It's 130 cells, and we can measure again and see how big that is. Go to our show measure details, and we've got 194 millimeters, which is cool. If we want to change that to inches, we can do that. If you want to work in inches, I prefer millimeters, and that's pretty cool. So that is how to um, do a very basic grid using Onshape. Um, Now let's do one more. This one is a little bit more slightly advanced, but if you got this far with me, then awesome. So I'm going to start over. Okay, so we're going to go front, we're going to go sketch, we're going to go front, and right now we're going to do a honeycomb pattern. So honeycomb basically just means the cells are kind of stacked together and it makes them more dense and it allows you to fit more cells into the same amount of space. So we're going to draw our first circle. We're going to press D on our keyboard for dimension. We're going to click that circle and we're going to make this 18.4 for our 18650 cell. 18.4. Then we're going to press L for line and we're going to draw a triangle and then press escape after. So now we're going to click each line of the triangle. We're going to press E for equal. Let's see, this one didn't. So we're going to drag that so it clicks in. Okay, that's equal. Press D again for dimension. And we're going to dimension that one line, which is going to dimension all three lines. And we're going to set that to 20 for our spacing, which is typical spacing. We're going to do one more line here. And this is just going to make things a lot easier. So that line is going to go up there. Press escape. Click that line. Click one more line. Press E for equal. And you can see that because this one was dragged to this plane, it clicked on it. But if it didn't, if your line didn't go black, then click this dot and this dot and press vertical or V. And then the line should go black. So at this point, what we're going to do is we're going to click all of these lines and we're going to turn them into construction lines. So press Q on your keyboard or go up here. So now these are all construction lines and we're going to do one more circle. So you can press C on the keyboard or go up here, draw a circle, click your circle. Oh, press escape first. Click your circle and click your original circle, E to make them equal. And we're going to go back and do that linear pattern again now. So linear pattern is up here. This is going to replicate our pattern, which will make it really easy for us to kind of build our battery packs. So let's set this to, let's say 13 long. Imagine we're doing like a 13S battery, 48 volt, and instead of 1x, let's say 3x. enter, and we're going to go to this 25, right click, delete dimension, go to this one, delete dimension, and that's because we already have um, our construction lines that we've drawn for this exact purpose. That way, we only have to modify one measurement to modify the entire thing. So then we're going to drag this one, this circle, up to our construction line dot right there. So boom, we've got this grid again. And if we want to adjust the spacing, all we have to do is double click that, say we want it to be a big spacing, 25. Boom, it's 25. Like it's never going to be that big, but there you go. If you're going to glue the cells together or uh, double wrap the cells and glue them together or do a tiny layer of fish paper in between, you can do like 18.5. And that's going to be basically like your closest possible configuration. And again, you can go up here, extrude, and we're going to extrude 65 millimeters for our 18650 cell. And if we click our wheel on our mouse, click and hold, and then we drag, we can see how that affects our view. And then scroll in and out for zooming. You can see how many cells we've got here. And the last thing I'm going to show you in this video, because it's probably gone on long enough. So say that we wanted to um, see if we could fit these onto our 3D printer, just for example, like if we were building a case. So you can go to um, these parts, and what you can do is you can highlight all of them. If you press or if you hold Shift and click the bottom one, then it's going to highlight all of them. Then you can right click and you can click on export. And so if you want to export this as an STL file, that will allow you to kind of get an idea. It'll basically give you a 3D printing file. So let's export that. So we've got this thing exported, and we're going to drag that into our 3D printing program. And look at that. We've got our block of cells now ready to be 3D printed. Uh, this is super handy because, if you are trying to 3D print anything, if you're to turn these into cell holders, which is really easy to do, then you can export the cell holders and throw them on your 3D printer. Yeah, that's a really cool feature. And then the very last thing that I want to show you is, say, your battery is like 75 cells or something like that, or say 70 cells. Like say it's a 14S5P 52 volt battery and you want to get rid of a couple of cells. So what you can do is if you click on this shape and let's say we want to get rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can see that it's these ones. You can see that they're highlighted on the screen. So if you click on them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then right click and press delete and then press OK. And they're gone. And you can pretty easily adjust your cell plot that way. And now we have 73 cells. So I guess let's say we wanted to delete a couple more. We can go to delete. So let's click on this one, this one, this one, but not that first one. And press enter. They are gone. Now we're at 70 cells, and that's the right amount of cells. That's cool. If we want to go back a little bit, we can take this line and we can drag it up, and it's going to undo that deleting feature. We can do that again, drag it up, and we can kind of go back in time on our design. So I hope that helps. That's part one. So I'm going to do a few more of these videos. Um, we're going to show you some cool stuff like how you can put a background image in, like say you have a bike frame and you want to know exactly how many cells you can fit. I'm going to show you how to do that. I'll show you how to do cell holders, show you how to do an enclosure around your battery, and can show you some other cool stuff. So hope you like this video. Be sure to subscribe so that you can see what's coming next. And until next time, thank you very much, my friends. We'll be seeing you soon.